Yeah, what happened is that usually the Okavango Delta will flow. The river Okavango River will flow down to the plants or to these areas, which is pretty much south of the Okavango. And yeah, last year, the whole year of 23, no water was reaching this lagoon where the hippos are. So that's why the water left in the lagoon from former year get less and less, and yeah, the hippos get stuck in a very small pond. So it was approximately 170. Later, there were like 200. So we started our actions in June 23. So we had a lot of experience from our project in 2019-20. There was a similar situation, and this time we were well prepared. We know what to do, so we reactivated an existing borehole with a solar pump and some piping. We created a camp where the people can stay, which do the monitoring and the feeding of the hippos, and also control the pump station and maintain the whole operation. So we started to feed the hippos almost every day. Depends on the condition of the hippos, and yeah, then there was some rain season over December, January, which helps us a little bit. But in February and March, there was not a lot of rain. Usually, it's a big rainy season. There was no rain, so the water hole gets drier and drier, and yeah, the situation gets worse. We created, together with the Department of Wildlife, Botswana, a new small water pond because the old pond is too muddy already. So it's easy for the hippos to get stuck there. So we help them with a new pond and pump it full with water, and that's where we are now.
So they were already stuck and since last year, and you already did the water and started the feeding, and because it was so dry in February and March, they got stuck again.
Exactly.
And when you mean stuck, does it mean they cannot get themselves out of there?
I mean, yeah, I have to say, okay, what means stuck? You have a stuck and stuck because if we say they get stuck in general, means they get stuck. I mean, they get somehow only depend on one water hole, which is a size of approximately 1,000 square meters, 500 to 1,000 square meters. Uh, and if I saying they get stuck in the water hole means if the water get less and less water, it's get more and more muddy, and there's a lot of danger that they really get stuck inside the water hole. They cannot walk out there. We have not reached that point yet, but that's why we created the new water hole next to the existing one in order to avoid the situation where they get really stuck in the water hole itself.
And if you is this a long-term solution then, because you have to keep pumping the water? Is it going to start raining or?
No, unfortunately, the rainy season is over. There's no expected rain will come, let's say, the next 6 months. So it means for us, the only solution will be the Okavango River will come back. So the flood is coming. We think it's very near, around 2 to 3 months, but we don't know how many water will come because of the missing rainfall at all in Botswana. It might lose a lot of water on the way to come to the lagoon again. So we don't 100% don't know if the water will reach the lagoon. But if not, there might be neighborhood lagoons where the hippo can walk to. So far, we think our project will go for the next 3 to 4 months by pumping water and a little bit of feeding. There is a lot of stress inside the water hole, of course, because it's normally the hippos are moving or acting, living in smaller groups. They are not usually in that large groups. So we try to feed the family groups individually. That's one point, that they don't come at the same time, at the same place for feeding. But of course, there's a lot of stress under in the waterhole. That's, I mean, if you look at the size of the waterhole and the mass population of hippos, it is trouble. There's a lot of trouble.
What do you feed them?
Yeah, mostly it's lucerne uh, or grass, whatever is available. So that's also a problem, that not we alone has a problem with feeding. Also the livestock, the farming, livestock farming, everyone has a feeding problem, because not a lot of rainfall, not a lot of grass growing in the area at all. So it's a lot of pressure for everyone.
Like, where does the water come from?
It's a borehole. It's just you drill a hole, like I think it's like 45-meter deep, and you have a lot of water underneath the soil.
And why do you think they don't on their own move?
Yeah, I mean, there are different opinions. Unfortunately, we cannot ask the hippos, but yeah, I mean, I mean, I think it's a mixture. I mean, on one side, it's a big bigger issue that not a lot of water holes carrying water, and so far they feel probably not too bad in the actual situation. And the risk by walking too far and not find the right place, it's maybe too high for the hippos. But we already see now that approximately 20 to 30 hippos left already the water hole, because they are in a good, strong position condition. Sorry, after the feeding period, so they moved already out. So, but also, I mean, we have a lot of babies there, baby hippos. A lot of hippos gave birth, so they have a youngster with them, baby hippos with them, so they might not move too far away from the water hole